For the first time in what feels like forever, Tesla is actually doing something with the Cybertruck reservations. Although I wish I could say this is some kind of good news, but if anything, I feel like this is kind of reaffirming a lot of my suspicions on what that $100 refundable deposit meant way back in 2019. So everybody, even from people that reserved Cybertrucks on the unveiling night to people who just reserved the Cybertruck a few weeks ago, are now seeing their configurations removed and no longer seeing the individual specifications on their individual reservation. No longer is it stating whether or not they have a tri-motor or a dual motor, or even if they have full self-driving locked in. And there's some inconsistencies where some people are seeing certain reservations still show their order, but the overwhelming majority are not seeing their configuration show up anymore, and definitely all of them are saying that you cannot modify your order anymore, so you can't go back and change it at this point. So again, Tesla has not been touching these orders for a very long time, but if you go back and read the Cybertruck pre-order agreement, it basically states that nothing is set in stone. Like all of the specs, range numbers, acceleration, towing capacities, the pricing, all of that was just aspirational when it was listed. And basically, from what I've gathered, based on what Elon has said and based on what Tesla's website says, I don't think you really locked in much of anything. But I do think Tesla's probably realizing, like, holy crap, we have over 2 million reservations for this Cybertruck. We should probably start trying to figure out which ones are legitimate and which ones were just trolling. You know, there were clearly many people that were just trying to see how many times they could hit the place order button so that it would be funny to scroll through the website and show all of these Cybertruck reservations. More than one person did that, so my guess right now is Tesla, because so much time has passed since those original reservations were placed, is probably working on wiping the slate clean, because Tesla might not even have that much intentions to build a tri-motor, a single motor, and who knows, you know, Elon talked about doing a quad motor for a period, but more recently he said he just checked out the Cybertruck Performance. Weird that he would say Cybertruck Performance. You know, in the past he said there would be a plaid version of the Cybertruck, but if he was driving a higher end version, usually you only say Performance when referring to a Model 3 or Y, because those are dual motor vehicles. So very interesting choice of words. I don't know if this was an Easter egg or a teaser, but the only reason I say that I think dual motors definitely happening is because we did get some up close shots of Cybertruck internals showcasing that there's at least one dual motor that has been built. Knowing how Tesla likes to keep manufacturing simple and consistent, my guess is most of the Cybertrucks we're seeing so far are all dual motor options. That would also reaffirm a lot of what we know about the current Cyber cells with their slightly better energy density. If Tesla was targeting a market average of, you know, 120, 130 kilowatt hour pack with the Cybertruck style design, that will probably get you a little over 300-mile range. So maybe if Tesla does build the tri-motor eventually, they're going to want to wait until they can get the 4680 energy density a lot higher, so tri-motor may be delayed. But no word at this point from Tesla on what the Cybertruck reservation actually guarantees. I wish I could even say that it guarantees your FSD price will be honored, but honestly, if you read through the pre-order agreement, even that is subject to change, and you didn't really lock in anything with a refundable deposit. So my prediction personally, as Cybertruck sightings are still going on all over the place, we're seeing them in Florida, Texas, California, some not even too far from my place, which kind of gets me excited. I still have not seen one, but I'm willing to bet that we are within a month or two of the Cybertruck delivery event, preferably less than that, which means Tesla, if they are getting serious about customer deliveries, is going to start requiring non-refundable deposits to figure out who is serious about taking delivery and who is trolling, because I don't think there's ever been a Tesla in history, really, that has gathered this many reservations. You know, way back in 2019 when Tesla first unveiled the Cybertruck, even back then, the Model Y, when you wanted to reserve one, it was like a $2,500 refundable deposit, but then as it got closer to production, they converted it into $100 non-refundable deposits. So since there's so much probably confusion surrounding Cybertruck demand, my guess is Tesla is going to start reaching out to everybody with a reservation and say, okay, if you're serious about taking delivery of a Cybertruck, and they're going to refer to the launch edition model, which I predict will be a dual motor, 300 something mile range, and probably close to $80,000. Who knows, maybe more depending on how much demand there is, but they're going to reach out and say, hey, this is the launch edition Cybertruck. If you're interested in this specific configuration, you need to put $1,000 or who knows, maybe $2,500 down, and it will not be refundable. This will be like a full-time commitment, like, yes, you do want to take delivery of this vehicle. That way Tesla can kind of get a gauge on how many people are seriously interested in the Cybertruck. And perhaps when you lock in that configuration and commit to that $2,500 payment, that's when they'll ask for where you want to take delivery of it or a proof of residence. And they might require some proof on like your driver's license side, because obviously a lot of people are probably aware that Tesla tends to prioritize deliveries based on how close you are to the gigafactory that they're building that vehicle. So a lot of people are probably going to want to say, I'll take delivery of my truck at Austin, Texas, that's fine. But a ton of people probably don't even live in Texas and are saying, well, yeah, I'll take a road trip for mine. I'll fly out there to pick it up at the delivery event and then I'll just drive it home. There's probably so many people willing to do that Tesla can't afford to have like a big event where just everybody shows up all at once. So they're gonna say, okay, let's see your driver's license. If you have a Tesla account with that photo ID on record anyway, they won't even have to ask. But if this is your first Tesla or it's a brand new Tesla account you ordered with, they're probably gonna ask for your driver's license and proof of residence, and then they'll know, okay, how much demand is there in California versus Florida versus Michigan, and that will help them kind of figure out where they need to send the bulk of Cybertrucks as production ramps up. So absolutely, this is a ton of speculation on my end. There's just a lot of talk going on right now with the Cybertruck order pages updating, and I thought, okay, what would Tesla be doing? What makes the most amount of sense? A lot of people think that in time, Tesla's gonna open up the official Cybertruck configurator, which makes me laugh because I'm like, what's there to configure? I mean, in my opinion, it's most likely that there's just a dual motor entering production, and that's it. Maybe there's a performance-oriented one, like what Elon Musk is saying with a performance Cybertruck. But if there's just one powertrain option, one battery size option, probably one kind of tire option as well, and I'm guessing, based on all the prototypes we've been seeing, one interior choice to go with, why does there need to be a configurator? I think basically Tesla's just gonna have a one-size-fits-all. Maybe they put some different, off-roading tires or something in the Tesla shop, but letting you configure that specifically from the website, I don't know. I think Tesla just wants to keep things clean. But if you don't like the speculation I'm going through right now, don't watch this channel, because that's pretty much all I do here. It's guesswork and it's my predictions on what I think makes the most amount of sense for Tesla. But if you guys disagree with me or have other thoughts on what Tesla might be doing now as we're getting closer to Cybertruck deliveries, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.